Okay. So yeah, you can see that there. Let's see. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Mars in the 7th house for Capricorn and ascendant people. As in what happens when Mars sits in the 7th house in the sign of Cancer. Okay, and as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, check out the links here, astrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultation, and link to my academy, Magavit Astrology Academy, where I uploaded the 2025 horoscopes for each ascendant for over like 30 minutes long, 20 minutes long. And I'm also going to be uploading February horoscopes, probably, I don't know, maybe even 4 or 5 days. Okay, interesting one, this one. Because you're getting two planets that are going to be going from retrograde to direct. And it's very rare you see Jupiter and Mars retrograde together and then going direct. Has a very simple significance, but it is important. So I'll discuss that. So anyway, Mars in the 7th house in Cancer for Capricorn ascendant people. So 7th house, as you know, is a house connected with, of course, marriage, spouse. You know, it's your distinctions in life, meaning higher promotions, higher titles, higher, elevation in society, in the higher upper echelons of society, because it is the house which is 10th from the 10th. It is your highest of karma, biggest of karma. So what is the highest of karma? Besides career, it's your marriage. It's being a householder. Okay? Whether you're a husband or a wife, you guys got big karmas to fulfill. So, of course, with Mars in the 7th house, first of all, this person themselves is going to be extremely passionate. The passion runs strong. Lust runs strong. Sexual desire runs strong. And the thing is, this person enjoys the emotional connection with the other person. That's where the energy is. Having an emotional connection with someone brings them energy, brings them this vitality in their life. And this is why you will actually notice with Mars in the 7th house, that person cannot be idle. They want to be in a relationship. Like especially 20s, 30s, they want to move from one relationship to another. If that doesn't work out, they don't like having that gap. Now, circumstances can provide that gap by dashas and transit and blockages of progression of planets, but they need that. Like you will see with Mars in the 7th house in Cancer, these people easily can get into relationships. So if you want somebody who easily wants to interact with you, easily wants to, go out with you, be around you, Mars in the 7th house in Cancer does that. Because even though Mars is in the 7th house, it's in Cancer. This person, and because Mars in the 7th house looks at the ascendant, they look for the nourishment. They're craving nourishment from the other person. Also, it does show that the spouse can be from a medical field, research-based science field. Spouses also can be very moody, childlike. Okay, you say something to the spouse, you say something sarcastic to the spouse, they either shut down emotionally or become very defensive. That's something that tends to happen. Also, this person may not enjoy the company of their maternal grandmother. Either maternal grandmother would have passed away, they may live far away from them, or there will be some form of issue that will be there, with the paternal grandmother. But also it shows the mother of this individual cannot show emotion readily. Emotions are very fiery, very strong. Meaning strong as in, it's not gentle like the moon is. The mother's ability to find happiness is seen in her sturdiness, seen in her stubbornness. Like the mother most definitely would be a kind of like a general or drill sergeant in the home. Why am I saying this? Because Cancer is the sign of the mother. Fine, in a way. But the thing is, I'm using the other concept. I'm using the fact that the 7th house is fourth from the 4th house. It is the mind of the mother. It is the comfort of the mother. What makes mother happy? What makes mother happy is having the full control within the home. All decision must go through the mother. Okay. Now, one thing I also see with this Mars in the 7th house. The spouse should not rent out properties. And if they do, boy, the contract must be ironclad. Because you can get tenants who eventually will put you into a courtroom where let's say they stop paying rent. Okay. And especially in US, if you're in like any state, kind of like California or anything, the laws are so against the landlord that you can't just kick someone out, and you are stuck with paying the mortgage. You're stuck paying the all the things related to the house. Because usually what happens is with this Mars's position in the 7th house, you can get people who will just give you trouble, an issue, and not you, your husband or wife. If your husband or wife has a property that is out on rent and then they married you, or after marriage they bought a property under their own name, that I would not suggest them that they do that unless it's in a state and in a place where laws fairly favor the landlord. Now, tenants may not be always bad, but you will get that. Destiny-wise, you will get the tenants who will be, taking you to court. And it's a very simple concept because Mars rules the 4th house for Capricorn ascendant. Okay, Mars is ruling the 11th house, of course, which is the house of Badakesh. It's a Badakesh house. Okay. So this is why it's a whole concept, because the client of your husband or wife will become the 7th house. Fourth from that is the sign of Aries. And it's Aries sign is about capturing things, conquering things. It's about battles. So yeah, Capricorn ascendant may actually have certain battles even with the mother. But Mars in this is that one placement. I mean, I don't care what the books say. I'm telling you from my experience of seeing people's charts that 7th house is it's in a way actually is not a bad placement for Capricorns to have. Like, especially whether it's your spouse who has it or let's say you have this. You know what I'm talking about here if this is your chart. But whoever gets you with this position, they will get the maximum sexual satisfaction. If they also have that raw sexual energy as you. Now, of course, we do want to see Moon and Venus, right? Because they also will determine how much will you be expressing yourself. And this is why it's like the single placement gives a strong indication. And then you want to kind of like solve the puzzle with Venus and Moon. Because that passion, that commitment, that desire is really arose by the Moon and the connection with Venus. So they really show us how much of this energy of Mars will be exerted within the confines of one's life. And yeah, fine, this is a Manglik placement. Okay, what does that mean? Half the world is Manglik. One thing I will tell you though, with Mars in the 7th house, you'll have property. I don't care if it's debilitated or exalted. You definitely will have property, especially post-marriage. You'll get multiple properties. Now, Venus's position may say, Okay, property comes and goes. Okay, fine, but you will get it. You will get it. And also, Mars in the 7th house here confirms that a person is usually going to be in foreign lands, and their home is going to be somehow near a body of water, a shoreline, lake. Like, for example, somebody could be living on the west coast of US or east coast of US. And you can be coming from India. You could be coming from, Australia. Well, not Australia. That's already surrounded by water. Or you could be coming from, let's say, Pakistan, Middle East. But eventually, your home is going to be strongly connected with a body of water, even if it's a swimming pool in your own home. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Mars in the 7th house for Capricorn ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these type of videos. And if you want to know where your Mars is placed along with the earlier astrological details, check out the links here at capricornastrology.com. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.